New this morning, airline passengers having to weigh in when they check in. And we're not talking about weighing luggage. We're talking about having to weigh yourself, stepping on a scale before stepping on the plane. It's the new rule for anyone flying Uzbekistan Airways. The company says it's for safety reasons, but is it really just to set up a pay as you weigh kind of fair kind of structure? Let's bring in Mark Murphy to they wrote this in here to weigh in on this. Mark, he's author of Travel Unscripted, Travel Unscripted and founder of TravelPulse.com. Mark, please tell me that this isn't true, even though I'm reading it, so obviously it has to be truth.
It's a big problem, right? So,
I mean,
no, it is true. They're going to weigh you before you get on the plane, along with your luggage. And in the name of safety, nonsense. It's not about safety.
Then
These
what
are
is
large
it about?
planes that they have in their fleet. I think it's a step towards charging you on a per kilo basis. So if you weigh, 180 pounds, you're paying at this rate. You weigh 280 pounds, you're up here. You're paying a lot more. And airlines have been saying this for a while and that's why they limit the weight of your luggage, not to help the baggage handlers, but to charge you more to put that extra weight on the plane. So it does cost money for the extra weight, so I get that. But safety, not an issue unless there's some eating disorder that I don't know about for the folks who fly Uzbekistan Airways.
Now, what's not known, as far as I can see, is if you weigh in and you're too heavy or something like this with Uzbekistan Airways, it's not known if you can be turned away or penalized because of it. They just want to keep the information, it seems, which that in itself is confusing to me.
Slight invasion of privacy, would you say? How do you think that would go over in the United States?
Maybe a little bit. Is there any way this would fly in the U.S.?
No, and pardon the pun of flying in the U.S., right? No, this would not. There's no way they're going to start having people do weigh-ins at the airport. Listen, we're jammed into those small seats. Here's what happens. If you are an obese traveler, you are going to have to pay for 2 seats. That's how they deal with it here in the United States. The irony is, as Americans in the world get bigger, the seats continue to get smaller, and then what they do is they charge you to move to a higher level seat in terms of space that you can be accommodated in based on your size. So if you want that larger seat, you're going to pay for it. It comes down to airline fees, airline profits, making more money. That's really what it comes down to on these larger planes. If you're talking about a smaller plane, I get it, because smaller planes, it's all about the balance. You got to have the balance, and they need to know your weight.
So in the end, what's already an uncomfortable experience flying these days is going to be made a whole lot more uncomfortable because you're going to be weighed when you get to the airport?
Yeah, if you're flying Uzbekistan Airways. Now, here's the question for American travelers. Are you going to be flying Uzbekistan Airlines anytime soon? Probably not. They're not part of any global airline alliance that's connected with any of our carriers. It's a very odd chance that you'll get there. But here's what you want to know. Because of code sharing and these alliances, you might book an American Airlines flight and you get to Heathrow and you're getting on a completely different carrier. You need to know the connections you're making and the safety records of those airlines, and also understand the FAA keeps track of a blacklist of airlines based on safety issues to avoid. So you can go to the FAA website and you can see that blacklist and make sure that you're not flying a carrier that doesn't live up to our standards in terms of safety with the FAA.
Or that could be a really strange new diet fad, just flying Uzbek Airways, so you then are embarrassed so much that you were forced to lose weight. Something like that, or probably not.
Yes. I hate to say this, skip McDonald's for breakfast unless you're going with the egg white delight. I mean, let's face it, stay healthy.
No truer words have ever been spoken by you, Mark Murphy. Thank you, Mark. Great to see you. Unbelievable.
Thanks.
Unbelievable.